Hi y'all. So I thought I would do a looking back video.
And I'm actually arrogant enough to say this is my first annual.
So I started planning in September of 2025 and it's coming to 2026. We're starting a new year. So I wanted to look back and see what my planning has evolved from, even just from September. So let's take a look. This is my Erin Condren LifePlanner dashboard style. And I have already taken out September and October. I've cut them out of my planner so that I can make this a 12-month planner instead of an 18-month planner. So these are loose. But September, pretty plain. I did get this early September. So these are all things that occurred. But I didn't have hardly any stickers. These weren't even Erin Condren stickers, so I don't know where they came from. But yeah, pretty sparse. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this section. I thought maybe I could do my meals on here. That didn't really work. This was like a kind of like a plan it out for the month ahead kind of thing, like what I was hoping to accomplish, because it's like I'm just getting used to everything. I didn't get it this week, clearly. I got it this week. I got it Thursday, the 25th of September, so I was wrong. I got it late in September, so that's why that was so sparse. I thought maybe I would write my calories and maybe a little note of what was going on. That didn't last very long. I went to a Texans game on this day, so that was cool. Yeah, so I had thought maybe I would use this section for like my stats. These are all from my Whoop. If you're interested in trying Whoop, I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, so I was trying to like really lock down on some of my health goals. Yeah, and here's like everything I ate. Pardon me. So I wrote everything out. I wasn't sure if that's what I wanted, but it was like a test template because I only had a few days of that week. And then we were in October. In October, as anyone that's watched a few of my videos knows, that was a real significant month for me this year. I had knee surgery. But yeah, so we got more stickers this time. I believe I added even these like later. But yeah, this is an Erin Condren sticker. These are, this one is, but these are from like a set that I bought. This is an even older set. But yeah, so we dug a little deeper in this one. We had more to do. We wrote everything down. It was pretty cool. I started my dietitian app. So I was trying to do the like key over here. Yeah, so that's what that looked like. Again, I was trying to make this kind of a goals thing. This was my attempt to find a different way to do my food. So this is an Erin Condren Post-it pack, and it's dated. Well, it's not dated, but it's got the days of the week. And so I wrote out my weekly food, and then I would put it on the page. And then once it was done, I'd put it over here. But that wasn't really utilizing the blank page. So I still hadn't quite gotten that figured out. Let's see. We went to 8-hour shifts from 12s on this day. I was tracking my calories, my protein, and my steps here in the corner here. Yeah, not really any stickers. Again, I tried to do my meals down here. But but I hadn't really figured anything out. I had a lot more goals. I started putting my notes on my like stickies because I found there wasn't really enough room to write like my thoughts in the day. Again, I was doing my steps, calories, and protein. I love my mama. I did my stats again over here and my goals, but I didn't do my meal plan. But, I mean, I was recovering from surgery. This is I think the first week. No, it's the second week. So, recovery planning was a little sparse, understandably so. But yeah, I was starting to use a few more stickers, trying different ideas out. Again, I was trying to track my stats. Oh, just kidding. Surgery hadn't happened yet. I'm dumb. Yeah, so very sparse on this week, obviously. Started physical therapy, Halloween. So another sticker from that sticker book, if you want to see it. And this is what it looks like. And it has different styles of sticky notes. So that's a different sticky note from that book. I was tracking my medicine. And then I guess I would use this blank page for a test page. And then now we're in November, which I haven't taken out yet. But this spread was my first kit. This is a Planner Kate, like turkeys and touchdowns or something kit. A lot more colorful, a lot more activities, or maybe not. Really, I guess I just amped up my physical therapy in November. But so I liked the way I used this sheet in November. I finally dug in a little bit. I had some highlights, what I was thankful for. Still didn't use this page, which, you know, I make note of. I do go back and I make note of. And then I started the weekly kits, but I still didn't really have an idea of how to use this the way I wanted. So I left the kit. I didn't use all of the kit. That's when I started logging or not logging, but marking down the books I've read. And again, I didn't have a plan for a kit for this week. Did log another book. I had a dinner with my friend in a wheelchair. That was a first. But yeah, very minimal. I'm still trying things out. And then I started using a full kit. I think it looks super cute, but like I didn't have my month stickers. I didn't, I was trying out new things. I dropped my stats. I didn't, you know, I did use this a lot more. I finally decided I was going to do meals on one side and cleaning tasks. And yeah, I didn't really have notes, so I had to reevaluate that. Same with here. I didn't really utilize that, but I did switch to the Monday start. I think that was, yeah. So I did switch the Monday over on this plan. Read a lot of books. Yeah, so I was getting there, figuring it out. Still didn't have any month headers. All right, and now we're in December. I liked this kit a lot. It's super cute with the little berries and holly and stuff. I like how organized this is. It's very, like, you know, I can figure out what's going on here a lot more. And it's more aesthetically pleasing. And then I, this last week of December, I started a meal kit box. So I have those meals there. Yeah, and so then I kept the highlights and I started favorites. I thought that's a cool idea. So my favorite YouTube videos, my favorite TV show, favorite song, etc. I didn't really have a very long must-do list. And here's my gift guide. You can see that now since all of them have gotten those items. And then I switched it up and made this a online orders this week. So that was the first week of December. And I added the washi in the middle, which I thought was cute. Then I started with social media finally down here. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was a start. And then I added bills up here, which I think that's helpful because you can, in the future, I put the little icons here stating which bill, but then over here, it's all listed out. And this one, we dropped the washi in the middle. Added more online orders because that was when I started really cranking up those Christmas shopping. Yeah, so on this month or this week, I put the little icons for the bills there. So I could see it on this page, I could see it on this page. I really dug in on my social media section here for my plans. This was super helpful. I did pretty good on logging or eating 3 meals a day. At first, I was having a hard time eating 3 meals a day, and now I need to just keep logging them. This was a really pretty kit. I really liked the rope. It's really cute. More online orders. I changed kind of the way I did some of my my plans. I was just trying to look for a different way to do that. Yeah, that was the first time I had a month sticker, finally. Cute. I love my little wacky holidays. They're so cute. A little light here, but I had done a lot the week before, so I didn't have to do as many videos this week because I had already created them the week before, I think. And then we're at Christmas week. This was a hard week for me because I transitioned back to work, but I still got a little reading done. I managed to handle work situations pretty well. It was just exhausting because I had just really gotten back up on my feet. So you don't want to sit for 8 hours at work. It's not good for your leg lambs. Pretty much the same setup here. I moved some stickers around, added some stickers, but very colorful, very busy. Then you have the last week of December here. And I decided to put a December and January header because it transitioned and I like the way that looked. I love the blue. Love the blue. I actually did not go to physical therapy. I ran out of visits. My physical therapy max occurred. I think I'll remove that. Goodbye. But yeah, I didn't have a lot of cleaning tasks, did I? And I didn't fill this out, so I need to reevaluate my life here. Didn't have anything there, so maybe ponder on that as well. But that is that. It's my social media spread that I made for going into January. So that's for December. And here we are, the new year. Thank you for following along. I hope that was interesting to kind of see what, an evolution of planning looks like for a new planner. I am loving the stickers. They make me happy. And I think If you're going to plan, it needs to be both functional and make you happy. It should not be a job. You don't want to have planning be another thing on your to-do list, another thing that you're drudging through. But I hope this finds you well, and Happy New Year, and love you, bye.